Well done. I have just arrived myself. Let us enter.
One moment. We need a solid plan before we go in.
I'm pretty sure the Legatus has a plan.
If I may provide one piece of advice, she and Ptolemy are already at war. If they sense how close...
You should invent a reason for our absence, but let us refrain from starting a...
May Serapis bless this meeting of peace.
Welcome to Alexandria. We've been expecting your...
You dare address this Roman instead of your rightful queen?
Forgive me.
Do my ears deceive me? Is this simpleton still talking to you? If you are jesting, it is in poor taste.
Who are you to threaten me like this?
Do you think that is appropriate?
Your Legatus gave you a
All right.
What? But... Ugh!
Now that this is taken care of, let us proceed.
The Roman delegation has arrived. Inform the cooks.
Welcome to Alexandria, honored Romans. May Ra's light shine upon you.
Do not wander off. You are in the palace of the most divine pharaoh.
I'm going! Stop chasing me, by the goddess!
You're lucky the pharaoh didn't have you executed, idiot girl.
Wow, rude! You want me to call down a curse of Ubasti upon you? Because I've just about had it with you people!
You can't curse me.
Try me, you'll see.
Just go home. The pharaoh is expecting important guests.
It seems not. He's intent on going through with this loot.
My husband is throwing a festival.
I don't know who your husband is. The pharaoh wants a...
Indeed.
Your husband, the pharaoh?
Continue.
I'll continue. I waited here a month to get this audience and then... Oh, they were all counting on me back home. We worship the old gods in Memphis. He's doing this. I may have...
And yet your head is still attached to your shoulder.
We're looking for a place where books and...
The library? It's the building, right over there. Good luck in there.
You are a mess, girl.
All right.
You are in the presence of Ptolemaeus Theos Philopator, he who rules over land and sea, this world and the other.
Hello, husband.
It is always good to see you.
It is customary to greet a foreign ruler with a bow.
You have trained him well, my dear wife.
Like all Romans. Here as well. I think we are all
Very well. There seems to be a lot of animosity between the different... Let us talk. I am sure we can reach a meaningful... I am merely an advisor to His Majesty, here to protect Rome's trade routes. Legion? By Minerva, of course not. Marcellus and his men are here for my own protection.
A living god does not...
His Majesty understands us and our objectives in this... There seems to be a minor disagreement between... Ill-advised, in my opinion. But I'm sure there's nothing I can do to dissuade you. Marcellus, take Hortense, but do as you're told.
This is inconvenient. We need to find those documents, but we can't do it with Loco's men hanging around.
They don't look formidable. I think we can kill both of them easily.
I'd be really happy if we could get rid of them without leaving behind more corpses. Kalida, you're good at talking to people. Invent a reason for at least 2 of us to leave. Or be less charming, maybe, so I can send you away to find those ledgers.
What a waste. Poor kids only...
It was an unfortunate breach of the...
Unfortunate? This man was butchered.
There are rules and regulations about dealing with regents.
You think this is Cleopatra's palace? Egyptian customs are obscure.
I can only agree. We shall discuss things...
Fine. But that belly of yours will be the death of us one day.
Now that the unpleasantries are out of the way, I assume we may finally discuss business.
A war? Where? We tend to win those. If you're talking about this
Despite possessing endless wisdom, His Majesty is not used to dealing with Romans, especially not those with...
I've traveled all this way so I can talk to my husband. I have absolutely no intention of watching
an advisory role to His Majesty, primarily protecting Roman interests. One's profit doesn't always cause the other's loss. The best business arrangements are reached when both parties... The proconsul's death is a tragedy. Beware, however, that some people may interpret your words as accusations. It is unwise to speak of a crime of this magnitude without deeply convincing evidence. That is an exceptionally stupid thing to admit while your men are still within the walls of this palace. Corvinus. Now that the unpleasantries are out of the way...
A war?
Despite
I've traveled all this...
An advisory role to one's profit doesn't... The procons beware, however, that I haven't the faintest idea. Whoever arranged his...
Most people who are murdered simply...
Wise words, Your Majesty. Enemy is such a strong word. Diplomatic channels remain open.
A peace treaty? Are we at war? In my experience, soldiers, we do understand your anguish, but starting a war would be a bit of an overreaction. Don't perhaps?
Will you continue gossiping like old fishwives, or will we get to discuss terms finally?
All right. Let us hope Cinerus's incessant chatter will keep them busy for a while. But I'd say we have some time.
The question is, how do we get into that library? Magistar would know.
This is the kind of sneaky thing you excel at, Kalida. What do we do? That's right. Worst case...
I have an idea, Kalida. Would you let me try? Come then. Let us...
Looks like they're renovating here. Maybe... Looks like they're... It's locked. Any ideas for getting in there? And then an entire regiment of guards will jump on us. Thank you. I did, but we are too big to squeeze through. Kalida might have fit through, but she's busy with Loco's men. Take this seriously, please. Just because she reveres cats, that doesn't mean that she has some kind of... Great.
So he finally granted an audience to that strange priestess.
He did. I doubt she'll leave that throne room alive.
What do you need, warrior? She's been telling me.
This is said by a woman who...
I don't mean to be rude. Thank you. Cats, unfind them, and they shall help you.
Cat come from? I didn't see that before. You found another cat. What are you up to, Bestia? Why don't we stop collecting pets and work on getting through that door instead?
What are you doing? Have you lost your wits? How would that lead
Who
to
is
the door?
unleashing this hurricane of cats upon the library? I'm trying to work in here, you know.
Never mind.
So you want a permanent solution to our disagreement?
My proposal is quite simple, darling.
Ridiculous, as always. And when you sit on this throne, what should we do, we wonder? The Roman seems to think quite highly of you.
I will fuck whomever it pleases me to fuck.
Roman, what did she offer you in exchange for your allegiance? Well, we'd call...
Well, I believe the best course here would be to...
Equal!
Indeed. That way, everyone's happy, and Rome continues to benefit from our trade deal.
Indeed. Instead, I will be...
We have examined the corpse. The guard was indisputably killed by their people.
That is fantastic, Marcellus. But if you're here, where's the rest of our visiting party?
They are relaxing outside. I thought.
You thought? Why do you keep trying to do things you're not good at? Why did you leave a potentially dangerous group of people free to roam these halls?
With all due respect, Senator, you are overreacting. There are royal guards posted all around. It's not like they will set the palace on fire.
Oh, hello. I work for the Senate of Rome. I don't think you'll understand what I do. I keep track of the numbers for the Egypt. That's not correct. We both. My name is Claudius Tranquillus. You need accounting? There are no ledgers. I work with numbers. It took me some time to understand what they meant, and when I did, he could not have done all those bad things without my work. The Pharaoh insisted I come here. The senator was very upset about it. There are no ledgers. I never write anything down. I keep all the numbers in my head. I did write that. It was for someone else, for the man who leads Wixie. He wanted a list, so I made it as hard. I was never told. I don't think anyone knows, even in Wixie. They are thugs and scoundrels. I don't know what the senator uses funds that were meant to be paid as tax to Rome. The proconsul's death brought a lot of attention to what we're doing here. I think it was the Pharaoh. I really wish I could, believe me, but they will kill us both if we try to leave. I will do whatever you want. I never meant to do anything wrong. Thank you.
Your Majesty, a massive clouder is invading the palace. It's a sign from Ubasde.
What kind of a simpleton are you? Do you think this requires your pharaoh's attention? Corvinus, go see what's happening.
Evidently, the place is falling apart under your incompetent rule.
Speaking of foolishness, it is unwise to What's your endgame here, Legate?
Conquer? We thought this was intended to be a peaceful discussion. And live under your rule in our...
Your Majesty! The cats know no end!
That sounds like an ill omen. This meeting is adjourned. Let us evacuate at once.
That was an interesting experience.
I had a great idea involving cats.
Not exactly. It turns out there are no written...
He believes it was Ptolemy who killed Lucullus, so there's nothing...
Although it does mean our casus belli was sound. Additionally, he confirmed that Lurco is stealing tax money from Rome, and he is willing to testify before the Senate. Unfortunately, that will not be possible until we invade the city and capture this palace.
I am glad that I was able to help you in this matter. But come, we must leave. We're leaving.